Hi everybody, I just wanted to go over this 3.3 graph and analyzing data activity really quick just to kind of help you make sure that you're doing the activity right. So this is a climate diagram. This is from your textbook. There's a bunch of them that are associated with each biome. So there's lots of information on here, so I just want to help you read this the right way and just kind of help you understand a little bit better because you're going to be making your own. Okay, so what we're seeing here is seasonal patterns of temperature and precipitation. We have temperature on the left-hand side. You can see our scale here goes from negative 30 degrees Celsius, here's the unit, up to 40 degrees Celsius. And then on this side, we have average precipitation in millimeters, which is the amount of rain. So here we have the bars. These are the bars that are associated with the amount of rain. And then down here we have month, okay, and we have January, February, March, all the way to December. So what we see is that there's two different data lines. This one is for the temperature, which is why it's in red. This is in red. And you can see that it rises up in the summer months and then comes back down kind of in the winter. And then you can see that the rain varies throughout the year. Okay, so essentially a climate diagram like this is going to show the average temperature and precipitation at a given location during a month. During any month of the year. This is New Orleans, Louisiana. You're going to be making one for Hana, Hawaii. Okay. So let's just do a quick example. If I want to know the average temperature in New Orleans in July, what should I look at? Well, first I'll find July, okay, because this is June, this is July. I'll find July, and if I'm trying to find the average temperature, I'm going to go straight up and go to this red line here, and I'll use the scale on the left hand side and try to find about what this point is over here. So I would say that's probably around 28 degrees Celsius. So that's going to be the average temperature that it is in July in New Orleans, Louisiana. Okay. Let's see. One more question. What season is New Orleans the rainiest? What do you think? Oops. Well, it's actually going to be rainiest. We're going to look for the tallest bars here. And if we're going by season, we're looking at spring, summer, winter, or fall, right? And we see the most rain happening also in the month of July. And then we also have August. So this area here, kind of in the middle, these summer months are going to be the rainiest season, okay? So that's two different ways that you can look at this graph, and you're going to be making one for your town that you live in, which is Hana, Hawaii. So I'm just going to give you like one more example. These are all the different biomes. The first one on here is tropical rainforest. Some of the factors of a rainforest is that they're warm and wet year round, soils are thin and nutrient poor. And then our typical characteristics, our biotic characteristics, are we have lots of plants with large leaves and buttressed tree roofs. And then we have animals active year round. We don't have any hibernation going on or migration going on. Like, this is just a pretty steady environment to live in year round. So if you look at this climate diagram down here, you can see that the average temperature is pretty consistent around that 28 degrees or so Celsius year round. And then you can see that there's definitely a rainy season here where we have a lot more rain in the winter months, right? So we have January through about April and then December. So the rain picks up in December, usually is really heavy until about April, until about the springtime, and then it decreases over the summer, and then it picks back up again. And that's a pretty similar pattern to Hana. If you've lived here for a while, you know that typically our summers are pretty dry, and then we have usually a lot more rain in the winter season. Okay, so you guys are going to be making one of these for Hana. And then, all right, so you're going to do this worksheet I put it in Schoology, so it'll open up a new Google Doc for you with your name on it. You're just going to type into the box here, just right there. So answer the question and type in the box. So this is asking you to look at this graph, and it's asking you to identify which biome that this is actually from. So it's giving, this graph's a little bit different. It's giving you average temperature of two locations. Okay, so we have location A is the red line, and then location B is this blue line. And so you can see that, like this blue line, for example, we have our average temperature kind of spiking in those summer months. Okay, so it's asking you to, first of all, answer what this graph is telling you in the first place. Then it's asking you to try to find the location. So for that question, you're going to go back to your textbook and look at these climate diagrams for each biome and try to match up which one of these climate diagrams looks similar or has similar data to this different display of data. Okay. And then for these last two, you're basically kind of applying what you learned. This is asking you to identify which biome, and then you're going to make your own based on a based on data that you find on the internet for Hana, Hawaii. Okay, so how you make your graph is up to you. You can try to do it in here, or if you want to just draw it on paper and send me a picture of it, then that'll count. So just put in here if you're going to do that drawing picture. Okay, and I hope that makes sense. Let me know if you guys have any questions.